Welcome back to game one of week 4, Very Easy League 2020, presented by Metal Gear Speedrunners. We will get this thing underway here in a moment, and I will be your commentator for this race, so... And away they should be going. So, Joe, Apache, seems like a pretty even race. Two very similar PBs on the board. I think they're separated by a mere 7 seconds. Joe has a 103.23 as his PB. Apache has a 103.30, which both were achieved during the league play. So very impressive stuff, getting PBs under pressure during races. Should be pretty competitive, pretty even. I think it's going to be who blinks first, who makes that critical mistake, who gets low damage Harrier or something. Something little like that. But Joe's got a big tool in his arsenal. It is Swim Glitch, and we hinted on that early on. He's a master at Swim Glitch, and I think he'll go for it probably no matter what. So coming up to our first boss fight, Olga. We will see what kind of RNG these two fellows get, where we want Olga to go down or right side. It makes the fight more consistent and easier. Left side isn't the end of the world, but it is more prone to losing time. So we have a right side from Joe, and we have a left side from Apache. Let's see how Apache handles this. Joe looks standard to start with. Oh, and she's not going to loop because she did extra movement. This will not be a loop. Unfortunate. This is going to be a fair bit of time loss.
We've shared everything, all the bad and all the...
And Joe's done with his Olga already. Missed shot there. Okay, not the end of the world, but that's a good 8 seconds or so. No dav drop from Joe with that attempt for the animation cancel. Apache doesn't get it either. So no Dave Wildstars, no dav drops, whatever you want to call it. It is somewhat random. You gotta mash square on the right frame in order to cancel your fall animation, but not a big deal. So these guys will now head down to the engine room. Should be pretty standard from here until the guard rush. You'll see Joe do what's called the swag strat in the engine room. He'll basically drop down in front of a guard and shoot out his radio to eventually get a caution, and then he'll domino into guards. You'll see Apache do a more traditional strat where he drops down a little further forward, tranks a guard, and then just eats a cutscene basically at the end of engine room. All in all, it's like a second-ish difference. Not a big deal. So Joe going for his now. Good placement. Shot the radio. Seemed pretty quick. Bumping into the guard really doesn't matter. And Apache's going to play it 1974 old school style. So good domino by Joe. Could have rolled there to like get out from the guards. Would have been a touch quicker, but still not too bad. That was a little bit of a gutsy sensor from Joe. He really couldn't see much of the sensor. And that's a pretty common position to blow up the ship. You want to be more wide like Apache is. That way you can get a better angle on the sensor.
All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant.
So you'll see a couple different things in deck 2. Joe is going to shoot this guard with the USP and then trank him. What it'll do is it'll let the last guard at the end of this hall get into place sooner. That way he is less likely to get an alert. Apache, you're just going to see trank the guard as soon as he gets up in his face, hug the right side, and trank this guard, and hopefully not get an alert. So both pretty clean. And now the guard rush. As we said before, 7 guards total, 4 in the first wave, 3 in the last wave. Joe opting for all USP, which is fast. You definitely want to kill the guards instead of trank the guards. Very, very clean from Joe. Apache, same style. Ooh, oh, did he get the guard in the back? No, he didn't. Oh, he did. Never mind. I thought he didn't get it. Never mind. That was clean. 2 clean guard rushes. But now the infamous holds. We've seen so many issues here from so many players. Joe playing it safe. Oh, that was close. That was close to getting caught by the projector. He was pretty close. Clean ladder glitches from both. Good trank shots for both. Joe played a little bit safe by going into first person, but now he's going for the domino strat. Which, oh man. Gutsy. Very gutsy. Apache going with a more traditional approach, doing the hold-up strat. Very, very safe. I think Apache's is going to come out a little farther ahead because Joe didn't roll as much. And then we're going to see 2 spot photos from Joe, 3 from Apache. The way Joe does it, it comes out about even. He doesn't do the fastest 2 spot in the world. But even with the bad Olga from Apache, it's close. It's close early, as we expect in Tanker. No continues, which is good. Should be in for a treat and plant.
Exactly.
While we have a moment, I do want to remind everybody watching, welcome to Very Easy League. We will have 2 more races on the channel coming up immediately after this one. We will have Plywood versus Tino, and then we'll have myself, DLimes13, and Makarov360 to end the night. Very Easy League is an 11-week league spread out up until, I believe, the 2nd week of January. Each player will play 10 games. They'll have a bye week, and then we will have a playoff in January to determine a champion. So every Thursday, we will broadcast at least 2 races on this channel. So if you have not followed, be sure to follow.
Whatever.
So into the docks we go. Not really a whole lot going on here. A lot of tutorials, a lot of cutscenes, a lot of stuff to just skip. There's a lot of stuff you can do down here. You can actually go back and grab the M9 like some people do. You can kind of mess with the guards like Joe likes to do. You're really just killing time waiting for the elevator to come down.
It's
As long as you don't get an alert, that's really the most important thing. Like, ultimate goofball Joe, like, such a weird animation. Then we will have the prime example of the best vision by these guards possible class from Apache's feed. So neither of them opted for the M9 in the docks, so they will get it immediately on the roof. And I believe both of them ended the tanker with the USP equip. What that does is enable you to quick equip the M9 as soon as you enter plant, because the M9 is still on your previous. And then you can take that manipulation a little further. If you unequip the M9 before entering the Pliskin cutscene, you can then re-equip the M9 by tapping R2 as soon as you exit the Stillman cutscene. So that entire length of sentences saves like 0.3 of a second. So doesn't seem significant, but it really is. I think Apache's gaining just a touch of ground, like just a little bit here and there, but we won't really see any separation until we get to bomb disposal. There's a lot of things that can separate players, a lot of challenging rooms. Not hard per se, but really easy to lose time, especially like EF bridge, strut A. We could see the lead shift. You don't know. And I just want to give a shout out to Makarov in the chat. You don't know that. Hey, you play to win the game, okay? You give it your all, and I could play like crap. You never know, bro. It'll be entertaining for sure. So both of these guys will do M9 bomb disposal. Joe quick equipping the M9. Get that little menu trick that I mentioned a few minutes ago. And Apache will no doubt do the same. So we're going to defuse 6 bombs in clockwise fashion, going from strut C to D to E and so on. 1 bomb in each strut. Not many guards we're going to be encountering. We'll deal with this one first. We're going to crouch, defuse the bomb. That way we get a fast bomb. And then trank this guard as we get away. Looks like 2 clean strut Ds by both competitors. And the gap is currently about 9 seconds, so that's pretty much nothing at this point. There is an alternative way you can do the bombs that involves the conveyor belt, and you'd have to go counterclockwise. It involves picking up a couple of boxes and then getting on the conveyor belt and transitioning from a different strut. It is a little bit precise getting on the conveyor belt, and it can lose you time, and the overall route can lose you time as well if you don't execute near perfectly overclockwise. But if it's perfect, conveyor belt I think does save time. And both competitors playing it pretty safe, getting as close as they can to the Harrier bomb. You can spray it from a distance if you know where to cartwheel and then go into prone. And both of them a part of the 1 cartwheel club, cartwheeling down the long staircase. Two cartwheels down the staircase results in an immediate ban, so you're not allowed to do that. EF bridge can be tricky. Claymore mines laid in a few places. Will we see any of them go for the mine pickup or damage cancel? Not from Joe. Playing it cool and safe. Apache also playing it safe, so no risky stuff, no funny business here, but they should be picking up a Claymore on the way back.
Who's there?
Now, funny thing with this bomb, I actually toyed with this today, trying to see if I could defuse the bomb from the floor. I think you can. I need to test it a little more, but I think it's going to be super, super precise. Good FA bridge by Joe. This can be a little tricky because you're dealing with a guard, a cipher, and then a backup team guard. It's somewhat easy to get kicked if you're not super careful, but as long as you have decent movement, then you won't get kicked. But this is a strut everybody hates. Strut A. Crawl out of these pipes. You got to do what's called a coolant rise, where you start to rise and then you equip your coolant and equip back to your weapon to cancel the animation standing up. and then get in position to defuse that bomb from behind. It looks like two fairly clean strut A's for both competitors.
It's the enemy.
Oh, and trust me, I've tried to find a way to defuse the strut A bomb from not crawling as well. I don't think it can be done. I'll tell you one thing that is precise, though. The strut B bomb that's coming up, it's hidden behind a locker door, and you typically have to close the locker door. But there is a particular position that you can stand, that you can defuse the bomb without closing the locker. It's super precise. I would never go for it in a race or a PB attempt, but it does save about 2 seconds. But yeah, Apache is definitely getting a little bit here and there, gaining a little bit of ground. It was 9 seconds last time I checked. It's about 9 seconds right now, so he's staying with it. They both have had pretty even bomb disposals. And of course, Strut C, the last bomb of the main 6, we defuse the bomb first, then pick up sensor B. It was, for a long time, most runners picked up the sensor, then defused the bomb. But I noticed King of the Bees doing it in this order. I questioned it, timed it, and it's because of a codec delay you normally get at the BC connecting bridge. That delay doesn't happen, thus saving you about 3/4 of a second. And as Plywood mentioned in the chat while we have a minute, yes, we will be going affiliate. First week of December, we'll be having a weekend marathon / relay race / marathon again to celebrate affiliate. Be sure to tune in for that. We'll have emotes, all kinds of crazy fun stuff, lots of exciting content. So if you haven't given us a follow, be sure to. A lot of exciting stuff coming up on the channel. So now these guys are making their way to the first mega bomb, if you will, that is in the bottom of Strut A, basically where we started the plant section. And then we'll be getting ready to do our fortune fight, which is not really an auto-scroller. It is, but it isn't. So very important when you get to the submarine that you don't get too close to the water, otherwise you could fall in. Joe in a... Okay, he got the bomb. I thought he wasn't getting the bomb. Apache's pretty much max distance right there. So 2 very interesting bomb defusals there. Neither of them went in the water, which is good. Going in the water is a terrible, terrible feeling. And it loses like 6 seconds. So the fortune fight coming up. Very important that you do a little buffer at the start. Joe moved. Joe moved just a slight bit before he did the buffer. Is this going to affect him? It's going to cost him time.
What are you doing, kid?
That little move is going to cost him at least 10 seconds, if not more. You have to turn right, do 3 punches, and then crouch. If you move at all, this is what can happen. Fortune will delay shooting the forklift, the lights, and you'll just lose time. So this is going to flip the lead, without a doubt. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. But yeah, I'm not sure if Joe does analog or D-pad there. You gotta be... You gotta take that light. Ugh. Who's going to be leading out of this? No, it's going to be Apache in the lead. By a margin, too. It's going to be, like, it was about a 9-second gap going in, and now it's about a 9-second gap the other way. That's an 18-second swing, all because you moved like a quarter step. That's it. That's how important that punch buffer is. Beautiful chaff pickup by Apache. Super, super brilliant there. Nice damage cancel from Joe, but he didn't need the chaff grenade, so I think he picked him up already. I'm not sure. But yeah, quarter of a step, cost you 18 seconds. Fortune is not an auto-scroller. Anyway, go into our Fat Man fight. Both of them should be doing lethal strats using the SOCOM. Bad cartwheel by Apache. You can do an M9 Fat Man where it can be slightly faster, but it is a little harder to pull off. And a little bit early on the Claymore pickup from Apache, but still got it. Joe, a perfect pickup. Cartwheeled at the exact time. But even though the lead is flipped, this is still anybody's race. And Fat Man can definitely swing things. Bit of a cheeky cartwheel from Apache, trying to clear the stairs, but he went a little wide, so really didn't save him any time. All right, let's see how many fast bombs these guys get. 1-0 for Apache. Nope, Joe didn't get it, I don't think. All right, Apache's up first. Fast bomb to start. He's going to go with the SOCOM variant. Joe gets a kind of fast bomb. He had to crouch. Apache gets the best RNG where Fat Man goes south. 43 on the timer. That's really good. And Joe gets the best RNG as well. And Joe gets a fast bomb as well. Two very even Fat Mans. Very nice stuff. I think it's slight advantage to Apache just because of menus. Apache knows the menuing a little bit better than Joe because you don't have to equip this SOCOM for Fat Man. The game will automatically give it to you if you just have cool nothing. And same thing when you defuse the last bomb under Fat Man, you just tap R2 to get to your coolant and then unequip. It's faster than unequipping and then re-equipping manually equipping the coolant again. So both of them heading to the Shell 1 core, where we will have probably the most RNG we'll have in this run, the Ames location. You can spawn in one of about 20 places in the room, and the variance can be around 10 to 12 seconds, depending on movement and stuff like that. Will Joe hit the Claymore here because he uses analog? Why, Joe? Why? Just use D-pad. Down left. Like, down left. Anyway. Both got their costume on, disguise, Halloween outfit, whatever you want to call it. Gonna grab their AK so they can have the full uniform. I don't think we'll see either of them do the Claymore strat. You can lay down a Claymore once you get to B2 in the elevator. It'll keep the elevator door open because the attack team will investigate it. And it is more often than not faster. Nope, Apache's not going to go for it. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe's going for it. He almost went to the wrong floor. A little bit awkward on the setup. Had the kerfuffle at the elevator panel. He got caught up on the body too, so Looks like he pulled off the strat okay, but I think it's going to be roughly even just because of the movement issues and stuff like that. But at least the elevator stayed open. Otherwise, that would have been really, really bad. All right. To Ames we go. Apache wisely unequip the BDU as well. It does save time on PC if you unequip it. Same with Joe. Alright, what are we going to get from these guys? Are we going to see any god aims here? Old lady spawn from Apache. Not bad. Southeast. Oh, near god aims for Joe. This race is even.
Exactly.
Wow. Very, very tight. Very tight right now. No fast elevator for either one. They get out of B1 safely. What a race so far. But the monster's coming up, which is Harrier. Has given trouble to many, will continue to give trouble to many. It can be such a large variance depending on your execution style, if you miss shots. I don't know why Joe grabs those AK bullets. Like, it makes no sense. Apache clears the stairs. Very, very nice to see that. Joe playing it a little more safe. The first few races for Joe, we've seen him out in front, but he's behind now. Not by much, just a couple seconds, but if it's like this coming out of Harrier, will he forfeit swim glitch is the question. That I am most curious about that. And I'm sure he's watching to a degree. I don't think he's glued to Apache like some people like to watch their opponent like a hawk. But you got to wonder. Like, if it was this close, I wouldn't go for it. And just to remind folks, if we have a tie, which all matches go to IGT, we will go to the score screen no matter what. We go to a tanker IL to break the tie. So if we have the same IGT, each of these runners will ramp up for a tanker IL, and they'll keep doing it until we have a winner. All right. Sensors aren't easy either. We've seen a couple people blow up the bridge. 6 sensors to deal with. Apache playing it somewhat safe. Joe is going to go for the Cypher sensor last. Very nice. Very nice. 2 clean ones. Okay, here we go. Harrier. Ugh. Five from Apache, only 4 from Joe, or it was low damage, I couldn't tell. But if Apache lands these die shots, he will have a significant lead. Yeah, I think it was just a missed shot from Joe. Perfect Harrier from Apache, and now is going to have a significant lead. Nice ending from Joe. Ooh, leap of faith was so close. Man. All right. Leap of faith from Joe is good. I'm like holding my breath during this section. Like, who is going to blink? Despite the Harrier, it's still close, but that is pretty costly for Joe. And I think with the deficit now, I don't think Joe has a choice. I think we will definitely see Swim Glitch now. And no D-Lime special from either one of them here. They didn't get to fall off. I'll answer this for chat. The 5th shot isn't RNG. It just matters if you either keep the lock on or not, fire late. It really just comes down to execution and how you fire. It is not RNG. All right, Apache safely in the core. We'll get a time update here in a second. The gap is about 18 seconds. Like a perfect world swim glitch can save you that. But on average, most save like around 10 to 12 seconds if they get a decent swim glitch, but we'll see. All right, Nikita pickup from Mr. Apache. Good, got the twirl as well. Big hitbox, but also deceiving hitbox. Yeah, the Harrier thing is kind of similar to the Fortune thing I mentioned earlier, where one small thing you can lose a ton of time. That's kind of how Harrier is. If you don't have a perfect fight, you're losing a minimum of 10 seconds, no matter what strategy you do. You miss a shot, or you get a half damage shot on one of your shots. It can really lose a ton of time. All right, good circuit panel from Apache. Took that out one shot without harming the president. Always good bonus. Apache has lost world record to this section before. And it does take 2 Nikita missiles to kill the president on very easy. Yet Apache still lost world record to it. So I would be shocked beyond all belief if Apache did swim glitch. He knows how to do it. He doesn't like doing it. I don't blame him for that. But I think without a doubt we will see it from Joe. And I'm kind of growing silent right now just because I'm waiting for Joe to get there. Because if Joe gets this, especially if it's one cycle, he's right back in this. If he doesn't get swim glitch, it's good luck overcoming it. And as expected, Apache not doing a swim glitch. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Can he do it? Here we go. Good start. Very, very good start. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful 2-cycle swim glitch. That's going to save about 10 or 12 seconds as long as he can surface properly. Perfect. Right back in it. Perfect vamp as well. Look at that. Perfect from Apache as well. This race just got even again. Now, Apache will save 8 seconds coming out because he doesn't have to open the hatch door. Joe will because he did swim glitch. But the gap is around that right now. So this is, for all intents and purposes, an even race once again. Joe is becoming an absolute legend with swim glitch. That's for sure. Incredible stuff to see. But now we are on to the slower part of the game, I guess, if you will. The escort section. Be guiding this thing along with us, dragging her along at super snail rates. But this is where movement will come into play. Your movement has to be on point here. And Joe wisely picking up AK ammo, just being extra cautious, extra safe for late game. Apache picked it up after Vamp, which is a little more optimal. We're talking frames. But right here is when we're going to see a small difference. Joe is going to have to open this hatch. It's going to cost about 7 or 8 seconds. So you might see, let me see. The gap is under a second. Under 1 second. Can you believe this? Oh, what a little hiccup from Apache. Well, I don't know what that was. It cost him a second or two, but all right. A little weird there. But this late in the run, this close, this is our best chance for overtime. But there's still a lot of game left, so we don't want to jump to conclusions too much. But remember, guys, their PBs are separated by a mere 7 seconds. So on paper, this race was going to be like this. This is on paper probably the most even race that we're going to have maybe all season. Little trouble with the grab for Joe. The gap is about 1.9 seconds. I cannot believe that at this stage. Both of them taking care of that guard properly. It's actually a touch slower to go the route Apache did around that box. Just a little bit. But Joe playing it safe by killing the guards. So look at this. We're nearly in sync. 2 Emma bumps simultaneously. 2 successful bumps. This is so intense. Oh, man. For anybody that wants to check out the schedule of all the upcoming matches, click the link I just put in chat. ! schedule to bring up the command again. Like, this is ridiculous right now. Like, wow. They both they both did their menu right then and there. Like, are we watching the same thing? Like, is it the same 2 people? Like, I mean, is it the same feed on each? Oh my god. I'm out of words. Like, I don't know what to say right now. Oh. Decent grab in. Apache opting for the choke. Gap is about 2 seconds. Two seconds. Will Emma fall? That's the question. I'm going to listen for audio on my end for both. So the thing with the Emma fall is Joe's in a risky position. It kind of depends if you look in her direction in the scope, in first person, or in the sniper rifle scope. If you zoom in at her, she almost will fall, guaranteed, on this first set before the first pillar. But as long as you don't look in her direction, she generally won't fall. And if you stand on where the thermal goggles spawn, she generally won't fall as well. But my biggest takeaway is do not zoom. I think they're going to both get out of here without the fall. Once she gets past the first pillar, it's generally fine. You have to deliberately try to make her fall after the first section. And of course, Joe, killing time, because this is everybody's favorite section, the sniping section. Drawing a nice smiley face. Trying to kill some time. Lighten the mood up. It's an intense race, but lighten up, bro. And Emma is on to the first pillar for both, so the fall is pretty much safe. So now we just sit and relax, take out a couple more guards, a few more ciphers, and enjoy the sunset because endgame is going to be epic. Absolutely epic. But while we do have a moment, I will take the time to remind you guys, this is Metal Gear Speedrunners. We have this very easy league every Thursday night starting at around 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you like matches like these, be sure to tune in for the next 7 or 8 weeks. We'll have at least 2 or 3 matches on the channel every single week. You can view the entire schedule here. Matches are scheduled about a week or so in advance to be put on the channel, but we will have content every single Thursday for you guys. Standings and results will be updated on that page as well. And if you like other Metal Gear content, we have a variety of stuff always going on, from other races, solo runs, marathons. We got a marathon coming up in early December to celebrate affiliate for the channel. We have a stream team where talented streamers stream every week on a designated day on the channel, doing all sorts of Metal Gear related stuff. So if you like Metal Gear, you like speedruns, or just want to hang out with the community, join our Discord. Follow our Twitter. It is some good stuff. We are coming close to the end of the oil fence section, where we'll see the second vamp fight. Do not blink because it is really, really short. Now, you can do a variety of things with the vamp fight coming up. You can choose to zoom in. You can choose to not zoom in. You can go for the head, which is technically a one-hit kill, but generally not faster. Or you just spam at Vamp's legs, basically. And I commend Joe for playing it smart and not whipping out the D-mic like he historically has at this section to get the additional dialogue from Snake. A race this close, it could be the decider. All right, looks like Joe will be first. Safe, zoom, spam. Safe, zoom, spam. 2 clean fights. We are at endgame. Let's go. Should be a pretty easy section here. You get to continue here. The race is pretty much over. It is a timed section, and it will take you back to the start of the section. They're going to shoot 2 ciphers out with their AK. And hopefully not take a continue or get an alert. Both have plenty of ammo. Should not be a problem. Okay, looks like Joe's pretty safe. Apache's safe as well. All right, we are entering Arsenal gear with about a 2-second gap. My, oh my. Yep, still about 2 seconds. Whew! Oh, man. We'll get some of Joe's audio now since he's just slightly ahead.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jack the Ripper?
Oh, man. I don't even know what to say at this point, except just kick back, relax, and like, if this ends up being the margin, we have a very, very good chance at overtime, simply because there is small variance on IGT, RTA, depending on computers, systems, other stuff. If it's within a few seconds, it could be even. It literally could be even.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
2 little tickles from Olga. It's going to come down to who executes this codec call a little faster from Joe. And almost a second. It's like 2.7 seconds-ish right now. But still, it's nothing. Jejenum, though, could be... Jejenum, I think we're going to see Apache play it safe here. I think you're going to see, if Joe executes this correctly, you're going to see the gap widen just by a few seconds. I don't think Apache's going to do anything to screw up, so Joe's going to go risky route, doesn't get kicked, and clears the gap. Okay, Apache's playing it safe, so it's 3 seconds lost. Clears the gap, so... The gap is 6. The gap is 6 seconds, so it grew by about 3. But it's safe. There's still variants coming up. When they started, stuff like that. Like, this is... I think it's a smart decision. But man, wouldn't it suck if it was a 1-second gap and all you had to do was take the other route in Jejenum, be it risky, to win the race? But barring Tengu 1 issues or just being a doofus in here with the sword, it's probably going to come down to Tengu 2. And the wide variance you have on that, where you could have 10, 15 seconds or so of variance. Joe opting for the stab right away. Apache opting for a couple swipes and then a stab. As long as you're north of where you spawn and you swipe the sword or make an action with the sword at least once, a 45-second timer will start, and then you'll be able to progress in the game. Otherwise, if you don't swipe or touch the sword, you'll never be able to progress. And the wonderful dance moves by Mr. Joseph Joestar. Okay, I know for a fact Apache's watching now. I know for a fact because of that. He tried to copy him. Apache's been glued to this race, like without a doubt. My goodness. Here we go. Tengu 1. Got shot twice. Nearly got kicked. Monka-S from Joe. Can he get it first try? Good. What was that? Patchy, first try. Oi. What was that? All right. Need the Tengu 2 of your life, people. Joe's really far back. I do not like his position. Apache, I think, is in a better position. Both have a little bit shaky starts. Oi. I'm just going to watch. God, their fish and males are nearly identical. Oh my god. Look at that.
It came as a complete surprise when
Oh.
discovered the S3
It's still tight. It is still so tight.
using fire to fight fire, creating the
We will not, barring disaster, we're not going to know who wins this race until we get to the score screen. Oh my goodness.
Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a foxhound
Ugh.
commando. When
I'm out of words. I hope you all have enjoyed this. I'm out of words. I do not know what to say at this point.
I'm sorry to see you
Except I need something to drink.
Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack.
Oh man.
During the Civil War were as real as
But this is very easy. This is very easy. This kind of stuff, I mean, maybe not to this level, but close stuff like this happens a lot in these races, in this category. Like, oh. Ray fight, 8 seconds, let's go. Okay. Clean for both. It's going to come down to Solidus. And Apache nearly had a save, boss. He was indecisive. He couldn't make up his mind whether to save or not. Yikes. There's got to be some nerves. There's got to be tension. Like, this is ridiculous right now. Oy.
Squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
How risky, how safe will each competitor play Solidus? Will we see parries? Will we see just safe blocks? Oh. I am just going to sit back and let you guys soak this in for the Solidus fight. I'm not going to explain it. Many of you have been here before. Let's just enjoy the Solidus fight and see what happens. Here we go.
Let's go. Take this.
I would say Apache a little more safe on the first phase as far as distance is concerned, away from Solidus trying to bait those rockets. Here we go. I don't like Apache's position being that close to the edge, though. Joe. Oh, he went for the parry! He went for the parry! Missed! Oh, Joe! No! Oh, Apache's having all sorts of trouble. Oh, that might have cost him. I don't know. I still don't know.
This is where we first met.
Oh,
I remember now.
it's still too close. It's because of IGT RTA variance. What was that? You had the fail parry by Joe, and then you have Apache too close to the edge. Like I said, that's why you don't get that close to the edge, and then that kind of stuff happens, and it gets you all discombobulated. Like, what was that? Oh, like this is anybody's. It looks like Joe. It looks like Joe, but because of differences, you just don't know. You don't know.
Are you talking about the baby?
Absolutely unbelievable.
The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA.
We're going to try to get these guys in here and get their reactions.
What kind of things?
Yo.
Oh my god. Okay,
I hope
can I
everyone enjoyed the race, by the way. I feel like that was a really good race to have spectated. It was hell to
Oh.
live through.
Can I just say one thing? Quit standing close to the edge like that. That's what happens.
I know.
Don't do that.
I like. He knocked me off, and I was like, "Wait, that's never happened before."
Because you're
was
standing too close to
so
the edge.
weird.
God.
It was honestly like,
Oh, you do that all the time, and it freaks me out. Oh my goodness.
well,
Hello,
lesson.
Mr. Joe.
Lesson learned, I guess.
Oh.
Yo, Joe, GG. Could be close this one, mate. With your loads, could be real close.
Oh
My God,
goodness.
that has got to be the most stressful race I've ever done in my life.
That was such back and forth, haymaker after haymaker, swim glitch, no swim glitch, the Harrier differences, the Solidus, like the Tango 2s were even like I was just in awe almost the entire way. Like, oh my goodness.
I just want to say, like, Joe, you know, you probably win. You got the faster RTA here, but like, this is everything that I like about this game. Like, I fucking love this game. I love racing people. Like, I love playing someone where it's so close. And we knew going into this it'd be close between me and you. And
I mean, I keep telling people this category is not to be taken lightly, and no matter who I'm up against, it was going to be tough. But just me personally, I was like, man, this is going to be a nail biter, and I was right.
Yeah. This is one that, you know, after the show ends today, I'm gonna watch straight back and just see it all. Like I had you on another screen, and I don't normally do that, but I was watching you the whole time. So
Yeah, I
Very
mean, it was.
cool.
I kind of had you on the other monitor too, but it was after I botched Fortune. I kind of kept a closer eye on it because I knew I
Yeah, that
lost
too.
a lot of time. I realized what I did until it was too late. Like I tapped the D-pad right before I punched to move in the center of the room. And then I was shaky about Harry going in, and sure enough, I was right. I missed the fifth shot again, but I was pretty good with swim glitch going in to cycle again. I almost got it in one.
Yeah, that was
but I
a
played it
class
safe.
act. Yeah, that literally flipped the lead yet again. I mean, the chat was going nuts. I was going nuts. It was like this has been the best race by far, the league so far. Like, and this is what we kind of expected. 2 very close PBs, 7 seconds apart on the PBs. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I
5
mean, it
seconds
was
apart in
yeah.
race.
I was gonna say like the RTA finish is like right on the money. But yeah, it was pretty tight. You know, tried everything I could to, you know, just keep it as efficient as possible. Tengu One kind of screwed me over, but you know, it was sick. You know, I parried late on my first charge, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this is over." And then I looked on your screen, I was like, "Wait, what happened over there?" I was
Yeah,
like, "Did we
I was like
both
hanging
fuck
off.
up?"
I'm hanging off the Federal Hall building with one hand while you're failing parries. Yeah.
I mean, he was
Oh man,
zipping
what a
from further away
mess.
from what I'm used to, but like, I was like, okay, I lost, fine. But then I look at your screen, I'm like, wait, Apache's on fire. What happened? It's like, my God, Solid has screwed us both.
Yeah, and if obviously if we draw here, which is I think is easily possible as well. We will be doing a tanker race as well, which will be fun. We've got very
Yeah, it'd
different
be
tank. I feel like our play styles overall are extremely different. The way we approach this game is so different.
yeah. I mean, it's if we were to get a tanker IL, it definitely would be something like this. I hope to God not, but
Oh, man.
I don't want to race you in a tanker either.
Oh,
I don't want
man.
to do it. I like this is it. Or like you can only get so much energy for playing this game in a day, and when you have like an intense race like this, you know you're done. You can't play anymore.
yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I was trying to do everything to just keep it together, and you know, that's part of the challenge. Is you know, it's not just about what you're doing, but it's what happens, and just try to keep yourself focused. And it's easier said than done.
I
Yeah,
don't know what my IGT is, by the way, because I don't run splits when I race.
yeah. And Joe, if you know, don't say anything. So,
Yeah, well, it's you know, I lost a lot of time throughout this race, and yeah, I won't say
yeah.
it.
Um,
I
yeah, I
feel like
mean,
by my standards of a run, this was decent. Like I had some suspect cartwheels in places. The Olga, like, what can you do? It was a left side failed loop. It was
yeah.
nothing that I did. She did the peek out animation. Like I knew I wasn't getting it as soon as she went behind the top. Like I
You
knew I
know,
wasn't getting it.
I gotta say, even though you had like a really janky Olga to start, you caught up with me in the holds. You know, I was really surprised by that.
My guard rush was crazy. I couldn't tell if the guard behind the box was dead or not.
Neither could I. When I was commenting, I'm like, no, he didn't get it. But I'm like, oh, he did. I couldn't tell.
Must have been like that quick, like, you know, diagonal shot where he like peeks the corner and just instinctively fired at it without checking.
And yeah, I was watching Joe in the holds, like, oh my god, please just mess up. I need to get
Well,
this time back.
it's
And he's get-
it's funny you say that because when I was practicing guard rush, I actually had the blind fire RNG where I couldn't kill the guy and
oh yeah, I hate that.
had the animation time loss, but thankfully they didn't do that this time. And I don't know, I took some things safe. Hold two, my hold ups weren't consistent. Went with the domino, and then EF bridge out of shell one. I did get the angle going out to work, but I was just a little shaky, so I just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just go the long way, not trip a mine, because I was like, God forbid I trip a mine and I damage cancel the one on the rooftop again, and I didn't even mean to.
I literally saw you go for the chaffs and thought, right, that's it. I'm not going for the chaffs. And then I got like a really nice pickup as well.
Did you go chaffless?
No, I picked the chaffs up on the roof.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I just don't like that rooftop grab, so I just take the little time loss at BC on the way into the last bomb.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw you do that, and then I mentally took note and thought, I'm gonna get the chaffs on the roof. I'm not gonna get them there. Because I like against Platonic, I grabbed them on the BC, but I knew you were going to get a monster swim glitch as well, and it was ridiculous. It was
Yeah,
ridiculously
that
good. It caught you up
literally,
so much.
it
I mean,
literally flipped the lead.
I know
So,
some people think I do it every time, but like I was really watching to see, okay, if you were gonna do it, wasn't sure like what skill set you had like around like getting a quick 2-3 cycle. But
I
then
don't
when I
do
saw
it.
you
I
spend,
literally don't do it.
yeah, so once I saw you not do it, I was like, okay, that's it, we're doing it. And even if I somehow like got a slow one, it would at least kind of get me in a somewhat better position. But yeah, that was Man, I'm still shaking, dude.
Yeah, that was a trippy race, right?
right.
Historically, right? I just want to say we've had like one race finish where the RTA was slower, but the IGT was faster. We use IGT. IGT is the most important thing, right? The RTA is just to like give us an estimate, and this could
All right. Mash.
be different.
Start mashing. Start mashing. Start
Did
mashing.
you know that if you don't mash at the credits, you actually gain time?
Right. Right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. No spoilers. I will announce. Here we go. Will we see history? Will we see a tie? Who will win? All right, Joe. 1:03:39. Apache 1:03:47. 8-second gap. Joe with the victory.
GG, Joe. First time Joe has ever beaten me in a race, and we have raced a lot, and not just in this game, in multiple games. So proud of you, mate. I am proud of you, mate.
That's a huge
Absolutely.
I really, holy shit. I was like, God, I don't want to take a rail right now.
Yeah, I didn't fancy it either, mate.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I mean, this is funny, like how it's this far apart. Our PBs are 7 seconds. We're 5 second on RTA, and it's
8.
this is, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. That this is like I said, this is right on the money where I almost expected it to be, but not this goddamn close.
Yes. For
Oh my
sure.
God. I'm going to be kicking myself rewatching this VOD. I'm like, man, how can I fuck up Fortune so bad?
Mate, I literally lost on not getting that Olga. Like, I know you
Oh
can't
my
just like
God.
pick one thing out and say, oh, if that was different, but you lose like 11 seconds of that Olga. It's ridiculous.
Man, I'm going to go to sleep tonight with this digital camera saying like, man, that was a close race. But yeah, no,
But-
it's, GG's team, man, it was absolutely a stressful race. Like I said, you know what? The race against Mac was what I said was going to be stressful, and it was, but this one exceeded that greatly.
Well, Joe, you haven't
Like,
lost
how
a
intense it
game
was.
yet, and I don't want to see you lose a game in this tournament, mate. You're doing so well, and every time we like mention you, you come up. We just think, wow, that guy tries so hard, and you're doing exceptional, mate. I'm really proud of you.
No, I mean, there's some really rough competition in this thing, and I got into this. I was like, man, this is probably gonna be one of the hardest matches so far, and sure enough, that's what it was. But absolutely a fun time racing you, dude. D-Line,
always,
thanks for hosting this, and then I'll definitely stick around if you need any commentary for maybe your race D-Lines later. But otherwise, I need to kind of stretch my legs because I was like, ugh.
Yeah, hell yeah! Join in for the last race. Come commentate that with me. That'll be awesome.
But yeah, that's going to do it for race 1. We're going to go to a short intermission, get ready for Plywood versus Tino. Very, very hard to live up to, so we shall see. But yeah, stick around, guys. We'll be back here in a few moments.